All right, good afternoon, Toastmasters. Welcome back.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so I got this topic idea from our vacation, our furlough that we had. So I decided to fill you guys in. You know, adventurous young men and women, you guys like to make bucket lists. You guys are all knobs, and you end up in a situation where you're really bored. It's a bunch of you. You have nothing to do, so you make these wild, crazy bucket lists, and you start checking them off one by one. So I never got into that. My roommate did. So my roommate puts all the stuff, go to the Eiffel Tower, walk the Great Wall of China, climb Mount Fuji, and he also put one, go to Times Square on New Year's. So I'm from New York. I've been living there for 15 years, Long Island. Not much a city kid. So I have a lot of brothers and sisters up there. I go up there every furlough. So he says, why not try to knock this one out early? So he asked me, hey, what are you doing for New Year's? I tell him, I'm going up to New York, or just hang out with a couple of friends. He said, why don't we just go to Times Square? I said, that's pretty fun. My roommate, he traveled. He went to London before, so he'd been in Piccadilly Circle. That's the equivalent to Times Square in London. So he went there for New Year's, and he had a blast. So I said, okay, well, we'll go to New York. So we pack up. I meet him in Conway. That's where he lives. And, we're so excited. We're Snapchatting everything on the way. South of the border, Richmond, Philadelphia. All the big cities are Snapchatting it. So we get there, get to New York. We pass out for about a day. Then we wake up. It's New Year's Eve. Wake up at about 12 o'clock. And, we're thinking, this is going to be great. So much people. Alcohol there, there's bars everywhere. It's New York City. This is New Year's Eve. So we leave the house at about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there in time. We take the train. This is my roommate's first time in New York, so I have to tell him everything. I have to show him around. So we get there. So it's packed. We get there. We eat right there on 42nd Street, I believe. Nice little barbecue place. And the outline of the place, of Times Square at the time, was insane. There was already people backed up all the way to about 49th Street. And if you guys don't know the layout of Times Square, it's 7th Street or Broadway Street. Kind of goes out into a fork. And there's about an island. This is where the big towers are and all a bunch of lights and stuff. And there's a street going like this. That's 42nd Street. So this is 42nd Street, this is 7th Street, and the numbers go down. So this is 43rd. So 49th is somewhere down here, and all the action's up there. So not only can we just walk into this place, there's barricades on 8th Street and 7th Street. So right here is barricaded, right here is barricaded. So first we were right here where we ate. We ate in Times Square. But in order to get here, you have to walk all the way down to about 52nd Street. So we walk all the way down it's cold, it's freezing. It's below 32 degrees, by the way. So you walk all the way down to 52nd Street. We wait about 30 minutes right here. So we got to get checked down, check for metal objects, open up bags. We did find out there's no alcohol out in there. So pretty funny story is what we did, we grabbed these little bottles and we poured some alcohol in there, tightened it up, put it in our bag. He was going, he said, okay, we're not going to get checked or anything. So they started patting people down. I had a little bottle, I put it like in my sleeve right here, so he checked it down. It was good, we got in. So we're barricaded right now, right here. There's no formal line. You got to think this is about thousands of people. There's no line. Everybody just kind of squishing together and getting in. So we finally get in. So now they start filling up from right here. So we get in, and we just stand there. So we get there at about 6 o'clock. This is 6 o'clock in the daytime. So we get there at 6 o'clock, and we're like, all right, it's cool. Little do they know is that they barricaded off all the stores that was on the side of the street. So there's an Applebee's, there's about a Sbarro's right on the corner. They barricaded off. So if you walked outside of that barricade, you cannot come in. This is for bathroom, food, or anything. So 6 o'clock, we're like, all right, it's cool. So we're waiting, wait some more. Man, it's kind of cold. Yeah. Now it's about 8 o'clock. I have to use the bathroom. Yeah, it's kind of cold. So we go on to 9 o'clock. So then my roommate looks at me and says, you just want to go like to you want to walk out of here and just go to one of the bars and do it there? I'm like, absolutely not. You brought me out here. Knowing that I had the advice from all my friends that live in New York, this is going to be a horrible experience. You're going to hate it. You know, all the local people from New York, they don't go do that. This is all people, foreigners, coming to have the experience. So we're freezing. So our toes start to get numb. Our hands are already numb. Our ears start to get a little hard. We have to use the bathroom. So, and the closest bathroom was Sabero's right here, which is outside of the barrier. So he was like, I said, Sims, that's his name. We got to get out of here. So we walked out of the barricade. The total risk, this is about 9 o'clock. This is not even near 12 o'clock. It's about 9 o'clock. We get into Sabero's. We was in there for about 2 hours, warmed up, came back out. When we came back out, cops, like, all right, get out of here. You know, go out onto the other streets because you can't get back in to this section. So he says, so we're walking out, like, did we just wait 4 hours to leave and not even see the ball drop? So we're just walking, now, and we find a little crack open, so we just skedaddle right back in the crowd. So we're back in, so we still have to wait another 5 hours. So that check on our bucket list, we had the opportunity to check it, but that was probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had. You were packed, you couldn't use the bathroom. We didn't even drink our drinks that we carried in, said we were gonna have a wild time with. Everybody was all bundled up, nobody to meet, everybody was mean. So it was a horrible experience. But, you got the checklist, but on the upper hand, you did get to see Miley Cyrus perform, so. Thank you.